In this video, we're going to take a look at some practice problems with mixed fractions. So what I want you to do is copy these questions down carefully on a piece of paper, then pause the video, work out the answer, and then once you're done the answers to all of them, then resume watching the video and you can see the solutions, the broken down solutions for each question. Okay, question 1, 2 3/4 minus 1 1/2. So, you know what, these numbers are pretty small. These numbers are pretty small in terms of my denominators. I'm going to convert these to improper fractions, then perform the operation after I perform the subtraction with a common denominator. So 2 3/4 is 4 times 2 plus 3, 4 times 2 plus 3, all over 4, minus, and 1 1/2 is going to be 2 times 1 plus 1, all over 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11/4, minus 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3/2. And I now need a common denominator. My common denominator here will be fourths. My magic number will be 2, because if I multiply the denominator by 2, then I get 4. So now we have 11/4 minus, and 2 times 3 is 6/4. And now this gives me 11 minus 6, all divided by 4, which is 5/4. 5/4. 4 goes into 5 once, and I get a remainder of 1. So 5/4 is the same as 1 1/4. So 1 1/4 is the solution to this first practice problem. And if we look at the second practice problem, I have 4 1/8 plus 3 1/2. Now, particularly with addition, sometimes you might want to deal with the whole numbers and then deal with the fractions. And that's what I'm going to do here, because I know that 4 plus 3 is 7. So I'm just going to remember that I have to add 7 at the end. And I'm now just going to deal with 1/8 plus 1/2. And 1/8 plus 1/2, my common denominator will be 8. 2 times what will give me 8. And so my magic number here is 4. And so I'm going to multiply this fraction by 4 over 4, giving me then 1/8 plus 4. 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. And so now I'm going to get 1/8 and 4/8, which is 5/8. But now I have to remember that I had this 7 at the beginning, so somehow I should indicate, I've sort of indicated by this broken line that I'm not really doing the solution. These lines are not obviously equivalent, so you have to be careful there. But 4 1/8 plus 3 1/2 will then be equal to 7 plus, or 7 5/8. And the last practice problem now is 3 plus 2 3/8 minus 1 3/16. So I'm going to convert, now you know what, because my numbers here, I have 16ths, I don't know why that's so sloppy, I have 16ths and 8ths. I have 16ths and 8ths, and I've got these whole numbers, and so I'm going to do 3 plus 2 minus 1, and just deal with my whole numbers. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. And so now I have to do just my fractional parts, which is 3/8 minus 3/16. And I hope you have a really good handle by now on how to get a common denominator for these fractions. What do I have to multiply 8 by to get 16? And the answer is 2. So my magic number is 2. I multiply by 2 over 2, and I land up getting 6/16 minus 3/16. 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 8 is 16. And so this gives me 6 minus 3 all over 16, now that I have a common denominator, and so I land up getting 3/16. And when I dealt with my whole numbers at the start, I had 3 plus 2 minus 1 is equal to 4. So 3 plus 2 3/8 minus 1 3/16 is going to be equal to 4 plus 3/16, or 4 3/16. So that should give you a good idea of if you understand how to add and subtract mixed fractions.